All right. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Susan, and I am so excited about sharing tonight what it looks like to be an Optavia health coach. I have been coaching now for almost 8 years, along with my husband, Shane, and we've just had so much fun along the way, and our stories just evolved and shifted. And I think what I really came to find out is when I started, it just kind of made sense. So I think what I'm excited to share with you guys is just kind of what it looks like. And I'm very transparent, the good, the bad, the ugly, like everything that you would ever want to know, because we're really looking for people that want to do what we do and really just want to, kind of really ask the question, is this a fit? Does this make sense? Is this something that you see being beneficial and additive to your life and to the lives of the people around you? So my husband isn't on tonight. He's got the kiddos. We've got this cute little ones on the page here. They're 9 and 11. And when I said yes to coaching, they were 1 and 3. So life was a little full. And I was working outside the home as a dental hygienist. And so I remember when I had success on program, I felt really great. I had people kind of asking, but the thought of adding any more to my plate felt like, where was that really going to fit in? But I think what was really clear to me, that if something didn't shift, nothing was going to be different in 5 years from them. And we had dreams and goals and everything from vacations that we wanted to take. And, I think in the back of my mind, I always thought, oh, being home with my kids would be great, but it just wasn't an option for us. And I was, really okay with that decision. Is, we wanted to be homeowners and we wanted to be able to do certain things in life. So, we found ourselves, kind of at one of those crossroads of, well, we have goals and dreams, but is what we're doing now really bringing us closer to that? And so I saw Optavia as a little bit of a opportunity to really fulfill this part of me of why I got into healthcare in the first place, which was to help people, and to change, what was going on in our healthcare industry. And I felt like hygiene was falling a little short. I loved the interaction of people chairside, but I didn't feel like I was really making a difference in people's lives. So felt a little unfulfilled. It paid the bills, but we were barely making it, like paycheck to paycheck. But this just came into our world at the right time. And I initially said, I don't know if I have time for that, but I'm glad I just took a second look. So I am, thank you all for just kind of being open and exploring it. And I think that having an open mind these days just makes sense in this day and age. My grandpa, it was a man I looked up to, but he worked for the railroad for 50 years. And, he thought it was fascinating that I switched college careers multiple times. And then when I told him I was, after what I went to college for, I was actually going back for something different. And then I was changing careers again. He was a little baffled by that. He's like, you young kids, because I think the times are just different now. It used to be you get into something and you never change it. Now everyone's got kind of a side gig. We all have passions. We all walk them out and serve in different ways. And for me, health was a passion. So it's been super cool that I'm able to, be able to actually find a way to work. Sorry, I've got to mute somebody here real quick. Sorry, I'm not good at hosting and chatting at the same time. It's not my skill set. Oh, I can't find it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I feel like nowadays we kind of live in a gig culture, and I'm not going to call this just a gig, but in a way, like when I talk to people, I find out what do they do for work, and then they usually tell me what they're most passionate about or what they do on the side. Like everybody's kind of, and I think that it's kind of finding something that you can align, your passion, your drive. And these days it's good. It's actually smart. Again, it makes sense to have multiple streams of income, multiple things that you're involved in. I mean, this is what this, new decade, really looks like. And the years to come is that it's not very not that it's not normal, but you don't hear very often that people stay in one job and they stay there forever, that people are kind of, exploring what they're most passionate about and where they're purpose driven. So anyways, with that, you guys, I kind of want to pop into what do you want, right? Where do you want more freedom in your life? Freedom is a word that I don't use loosely, because where do you feel like your hands are tied, and what are you truly looking for? And if somebody asked you that question in a long time, just like, what do you want? What are your hopes and your dreams and the things that you want to create? And are what you're working on right now, like, do you have a plan in place to have those come into fruition in your life? Because what we offer in Optavia is the trilogy of optimal health. And I know many people come in experiencing the benefits of a healthy body. And I think that that's really exciting, because that's kind of the tip of the iceberg. It's the front door to really realizing that there is more to really experiencing overall optimal health. And then we have our healthy mind. And I know for me, that's where I've lost the most baggage and the most weight, has been this area between my 2 ears. And we also offer the benefits of healthy finances. So it's really looking at, in what area are you wanting to experience more freedom? And do you have other areas of health that you want to kind of break free in? And so that is what we want to just explore and offer to you guys. So who are we in Optavia? And what we wanted is, we kind of set out, we've been around for 15 years to create kind of in the world. And truly, we are a very unique business model. I get asked a lot, are you guys like this? Or are you like that? Or are you like that? And I have not met or seen another company that's anything like our company. So it's kind of like we're in our own ocean and we're set apart from other people. Our desire, though, was to be a professional service company, to step in where maybe the healthcare field is not equipped to fully offer like one-on-one, coaching. I mean, the medical field is important for treating symptoms and sick care and, in healthcare in certain areas, but we're really there to walk along, side people and, kind of be that one-on-one ally. We wanted it to have broad base and like wide appeal to people, like something that everyone could access and find something that would be useful with what Optavia has to offer. We also wanted to create a company that would yield predictable results. So our programs have the clinical heritage, the scientific data to really be able to stand behind, which was important to me as a coach, to know that if someone is willing to do, the work, right, themselves, that I could provide them a predictable outcome, not just in their health, but also in our business model. We have a very predictable results with people follow, the systems. We really wanted to deliver on our promise, like, is it true you can have a home-based business and make money, from home? And we're really super proud of that. And that's reason for our high retention of health coaches, of people that, come in, whether they're helping a handful of people or they're helping thousands of people, they stick with us based on our culture, our community. And it really is a real business where people make real income. And so it's extremely authentic. It's a win-win. Like, we get to help people. People are winning in their life. We aren't a big hype and hopium. We kind of joke about that. And, it's like, we're not flashy or anything. Really, we're about helping people create what they want most in their life. And very rarely is it like flashy cars and flashy stuff. We just really want more time and freedom with the people that we love. So analogies to other businesses, again, trying to create like, where do we fit in? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like health coaches come in and it's really what you want to make of it. So think of a personal trainer, right? They could choose to have to just train clients, right? And maybe over time, like, they're very successful, that they have more clients than they can handle. And that does happen in the personal training industry, where they start to train other personal trainers, right, to be able to offer those same predictable results. And then they can either, maybe for a fee, train them. And then some point, maybe they're creating a gym where they have multiple personal trainers offering a similar service so that they can help more people. And sometimes those gyms turn into franchises and become nationwide kind of things that branch off because, again, they have a very predictable result, real business model that works and is effective and draws people in. It's really the same in our physician and medical care model. I mean, there's some doctors that want to be a sole proprietors. I feel like we find less of those because they find that sometimes being under like a larger network where, you know, they get a fee, exchange a fee for service, but it's set up so that, you know, you could sign up and have your own, or maybe over time you develop the skills where you bring in, as a hygienist, the dentist I worked for, he got so busy he wasn't able to keep up with the amount of work that was coming in that he had to bring on an associate so that he can maximize his time and leverage his time in our office, so that there were now 2 people able to do the dental work that was needed and available. And in turn, he paid, the associate was paid just a fee for his service, or, you know, they kind of worked out what was best, a win-win for both of them. And sometimes those facilities turn into where it's, you know, multiple care providers. And it's the same thing with restaurants, right? You could have a hot dog stand, you could have a large restaurant chain. You guys get it. It's the same sort of model. So people come in as a health coach. They help people. How far you want to take this and what you want to grow and what you want it to look like is truly up to you. Our systems are the same for everyone. And it's super exciting because, you know, I know for me, I got to a place where it was like, I'm helping as many people. Like, I'm a one woman show, and I had skill sets to train other people to show them how they too could create income and time freedom from home. And over the course of 8 years, we've been able to, you know, support other coaches in doing and duplicating out the same thing that we have done. And so that's essentially what our business looks like. It's a lot of models that are out there and the way the duplication process goes. So what does coaching really look like? I'm bringing on real people that we've had the opportunity to kind of partner with. You're going to hear from 3 different people tonight. One that I'm going to start with, actually Becca. I'm going to bring her on. There she is. All right, Becca, I'm going to have you unmute, but just want to introduce her. She's a college buddy of mine. If I'm wrong, Becca, you've been coaching a couple of years. So just kind of sharing your journey. And I think when, you know, we first kind of chatted about what it looked like to help your friends and family, she had so many people asking, you have an incredible health journey. You were like, oh, I don't think I have time for that.
I didn't.
You actually had a good reason for that, because you're going to share a little piece of your story. But I'd love for you just to share the benefits of what it's done for your life and just saying yes to helping other people.
So, hi. So when I started, I was getting healthy and feeling so good. And I remember Susan being like, have you thought about being a health coach? And I was like, no way. I'll just send you the people, just keep that model going. And I have 4 little boys. I teach full time. I love being a teacher. I do a lot of professional development in my school district. And I feel like that's such an influential place to be. I'm passionate about education. I'm really happy to do it. So when Susan was like, you should do, oh my gosh, here come some of the kids. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, they were quiet during the time Susan was talking. Now they're going to talk too. So then Susan had talked about what the benefits could be, and I thought, well, maybe I'll try it. I'll just help a couple people. And I remember the first times, you know, helping people, and it was so, like, it's fun to have my own results. It was so much more fun to do it with my friends and family and have them be getting healthy too, and like celebrating their success. It also really helped me too. You know, sometimes I'd be like stumbling along on my journey and not feeling as strong, and I'd give somebody some really good advice, and I'd be like, dang, Becca, that was good advice. You should probably do that. Chew gum instead of cookies. So anyway, that's how that happened. And then here, Willie, you want to be on my movie with me? Yeah. No, okay. I was going to pull William on. So I have lots of friends who have done companies like this, and I thought, how much money, like, is that really even, do you even really make money doing that? Does that even really happen? So for me, very busy, 4 kids. My husband works out of town. I work full time as a teacher. So just by helping my friends, I was able to make a pretty good salary my first year, and then this last year I more than doubled it, and I have a goal to more than double it this next year. My little baby last April got super sick, suddenly just started passing out and not breathing. We didn't know what was wrong. There were days I was taking multiple ambulance rides with him in one day. And I was thankful for my school district insurance, but it didn't cover anything. I was really thankful to have, for the first time in my adult life, a savings account that I was like, oh, can we just write him a check? Is that they take cash? Let's do that. And I think for a lot of us, it's really easy as a teacher to go paycheck to paycheck because you know that money is coming the next month, it's coming the next month. And I think a lot of us, I've had 2 kids in childcare for 11 years. I pay more in childcare than I do for my mortgage. It is so, so expensive. And I think a lot of moms, it's just kind of the price of doing business. That's what it is. So we didn't have a big savings account. And we had done the Dave Ramsey's program, and he talks about pay cash for everything and get this much money saved up. And like, we were trying, you guys, we were trying. We were giving it the mustard, I like to say. We had the little steps mapped out and we had our budget, but it was slow going. And it's just really helpful to have a couple $1,000 extra coming in every month. It has greased those wheels. It has sped up our process. It has given us choices. When the kids, we just got a note in the, little kindergarten backpack that everybody needs to pitch in to pay for the kindergarten aid. No problem that day. Let's write a check. So it just feels powerful. It feels powerful to have plenty of money. I still am a teacher. I still like being a teacher. But it's really, really fun to have choices. It's really, really fun to be able to take care of what needs to be taken care of. And it's really, really fun to help my friends be as successful as I've been.
I love it. No, and you guys can see she's got like real life going on, right? My daughter came in. She wanted to see like the movie too, right? And this is what we get to do. It's okay. Like, my kids have been raised around it. They know mommy's on maybe a call here and there, but they also know that I'm here. My son needed to come home sick early from school today. So I loved it. I was like, sure, I'm coming to get you. And those were the moments that I wanted to make sure that, in the past, they're very stressful as a mom. So thank you, Becca, for sharing. I love what it's done for your family. I love the options that you've been given. And thank you just for saying yes. You're impacting a lot of lives. So awesome. Well, we're going to move to Dallas, Texas and visit Marcus. I think he may have his beautiful wife with him too, Prin. They coach together. It's always fun when teams kind of come in. Health is something that is appealing to both men and women. So there's a lot of men and women involved and spouses that do it together. So they've been coaching. I think they're about to celebrate their 1-year anniversary as coaches. So why don't you guys just kind of share what this last year has been like?
Thanks, Susan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Well, we one of the benefits of coaching is the flexibility. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, as everyone knows, and we got a sitter at the last second. We decided to do our dinner tonight, so we're not fighting the crowd tomorrow. And so we're here. We just had our pre-Valentine's Day dinner, and as Susan said, we're about to celebrate a year of coaching. And we started our health journey together about a year ago. And about a week in, my wife was like, yeah, I think I want to coach. And I was like, if that's going to support our shopping habits, then go for it. And what happened is I'm a pilot. And as I was going through my personal journey, I'd bring my fuelings and to work with me, and I'm flying with other pilots, and they're seeing me lose weight and seeing what I'm eating, and they're like, what are you doing over there? And these guys are interested. So people are seeing what we're doing, and they're interested, and so I'm just referring them to my wife. She's the coach. You talk to her, and you know how guys are. They're like, well, yeah, maybe I'll call her, but they don't call. So, as we're going along there, I'm thinking, well, it's probably be a good idea for me to coach too. A lot of these guys need help. They want this, but they want someone they can relate to. So fast forward a couple months later, we had our national convention, Optavia National Convention, in our hometown in Dallas last year. And after meeting everybody at the convention and meeting other coaches and just seeing what a wonderful group of people that just want to share and give this gift to others, and just the success that people are having, I knew it was time for me to become a coach myself. And we've been, like Susan said, we've been doing it for about a year now. It's been awesome. Been a great ride. It's my wife was a dental hygienist, and it's afforded her the opportunity to be at home with our 3 kids and replace some of that income. So that's been awesome, and it's just fun. We get to help people. We get to share what Optavia and what this transformation has done for our lives, for our marriage. People think, oh, you're just losing weight, but we lost weight, but we gained so much more. Healthy, as you said, healthy mind. We get clarity of thought. Our marriage is better. Healthy finances. We're getting some additional income there. And one of our goals is for me to be home more, not to fly as much. I love flying, but I also love being at home with my family. And this is giving us the opportunity to start seeing me come home more eventually and support some of our dreams and goals down the line.
I love it. I love it. You guys have been so fun. I know it's funny. Fran and I both have the same career prior, but I don't know a ton of hygiene, but you're a pilot and Beccas a teacher, all walks of life. There's no copy paste of what health coaches did, what they're doing now. But you guys have been super fun. I love that you guys are on date night. Thank you for taking a moment just to pop in, say hello, share your journey. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. You guys are just a great couple, helping so many have the heart for what we do. It's just been a God thing that we were kind of connected. And so awesome.
Thank you, Susan.
Yeah, you bet. All right. We are going to move up to Montana. I hear you guys had some snow this year. Amber has been coaching. We've been doing this for 5 years together, girl. So she's kind of representing what the long haul. Like, I love that what we can do is actually create a vocation out of this. So like I said, how my grandpa worked for the railroad for 50 years. I love that. I think, okay, I've been doing this for 8 and I'm going to be doing it again in 8. So when people, maybe if they're not ready to get healthy yet, I'm like, that's okay. When you're ready, I'm going to be doing this because first of all, I love it, but I also know that it's something that I can do for the long term. And I know, Amber, we've had those conversations and you've really integrated into your family and your life and really, shifted a community up there in Montana. So I'd love for you just to share what coaching, what it looks like for you and just kind of share like how your life and family and stuff, how that's all kind of integrated in.
Sure, I would love to. Hey, everyone. I've loved this story so far and honored to be sharing a little bit. Actually, in May, it will be 6 years. Time just flies, right, Susan? It's so fun. When Susan asked me to share, I was just taking a few notes, reflecting on the last almost 6 years. And I guess the biggest thing is you guys just don't be afraid to look at opportunities. If you're on this call or listening to the recording, be open to what you've heard tonight. So I lost 20 pounds 6 years ago when a friend shared it with me, and I chose to pay it forward pretty fast because I had some loved ones on my heart, my parents specifically, and I was like, I will coach to help them. Our parents do so much for us, and I felt like if I could help them have hope again in their health, it was worth it, and I had no idea what gift had landed in my hands at the time. Fast forward 11 months, the business just grew. I was sharing and reaching out to people that were expressing frustration in their health, and I was able to quit my full-time job. I was a social worker previously. I have 4 sons as well, like Becca, and my youngest was at that time when I started coaching, he was about 6 months. And I didn't want him to have to grow up in daycare. So when I was able to come home and be with him the last 5 years, he started kindergarten this year. It was the best blessing. And I love that I've been able to take the boys to school, pick them up. I have the adult interaction that I enjoy. I'm very social. And so I love like the purpose and passion of being able to have the flexibility, but also provide income for our family. I was writing down a few things we've been able to do. We paid off our cars, paid off a camper that we bought like within 9 months. We just recently remodeled our home. If you know social workers, they're not known for money. So like these opportunities were not something that was going to happen had I stayed in the career and not been open to other options when it came my way. a lot of people have mentioned the healthy mind. The personal growth in this community is phenomenal. As equally as I am social, I'm actually quite shy. And I've just really stretched myself to grow outside my comfort zone, and I've become to crave it. Being on stage at conferences, speaking on calls like this, running calls for my team, it just has been so much growth and development. And I think that has been most exciting, just people that make you want to become better. And that's been my biggest takeaway, and to bring that to other people, to their families, helping moms and dads be more present has been the best gift. So, if you've listened in or caught the recording again, I think lastly, just really think about what you heard tonight, and is it a door worth exploring for you? And if it is, just know that you are welcomed with open arms. We love this community.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've had, I've watched you grow immensely as a person, not, the you wanting to really serve and show up for people, and that stretched you to be like, who do I need to become? And I think that we don't always get those opportunities in every field, and so that's been super fun, Amber. And I too was like you, and I didn't mention that it took me about a year and a half to have the option to really leave hygiene, come home with my kiddos, and about 3 years in, was able to bring my husband home, and I was able to retire my parents that next year as well. I had little dreams, and to bring them into fruition, and then to continue to still dream right now, years later, is so fun about what we get to create. And really, it's not so much about us anymore. It's like, what do we get to create for other families? Like, who has dreams that we can help bring to light? And that's what wakes me up in the morning. So thank you all. I love that. And hopefully you all that are listening in heard something about what are the benefits for you? Like, are you looking for more time freedom? I think what maybe you've heard the time, freedom ratio, right? Some people have a lot of time, or the time money ratio, I should say. Some people have a lot of time, but no money. Some people have a lot of money, but no time. Some people have no time and no money, and other people have time and money. And I think that that's really unique, and kind of a unique part of being an Optavia leader, is you kind of, if that's something that you're looking for in your life. I think for me, freedom, my husband, it was more security. I would say meaning, purpose, giving back. Having opportunity to travel was a big one, for myself, being able to not just have something for myself, but to give it away and make it an offering. I guess, what are the benefits that you're looking for? Income was not my main, but it was going to need to be an option if I was going to have the opportunity to be able to do this more, right? To be able to. So let's talk a little bit on compensation, just as we kind of wrap up. What I love is this is a real, a real career profession. You can do it in a few, in between hours. Becca does it working full time with 4 kids, in and around what she currently does. They pay people that do the work. I mean, it's as simple as that. I think it's, the more efficient we are, we're all about, you can do this full time. But what I love is that you can do this part-time and make a full-time income also. So it's really about creating more time freedom over time, if you're willing to do the work, via duplication, again, like the models and analogies that I kind of gave on the front end of this call. So there's no free rides in what we do. And I think that that's sometimes this illusion of, I love that somebody's drawing on the screen. It's like fireworks. It's so pretty. By the way, we can all see it. And it's like, it's somebody's iPhone. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I just know people can do it. So that bothered me, making it look like celebratory. This is a happy topic, compensation. I like it, right? Because we're about no free rides. And what I mean by no free rides is it's like, I think there's this illusion like, oh, you just can get in and you bring, it's like, that is not who we are at all. We're looking for people that are looking for us. We can give them like a home-based option that they can do. The hours are flexible, but not necessarily negotiable. You can choose to make extra income, right? To support what you currently do. You can create replacement income, or if you desire, you can create that financial independence or freedom. It's really, again, we have a path. You get to choose what you do with it. People are profitable at every level in the business, and that is shown by our high level of retention rate. Coaches stay because they're profitable at every level of wherever they choose, whether they choose to just support clients or build teams, or however that looks. And really the ability to create equity and long-term residual income. If you're familiar with residual income, it's kind of like, I think of the Beatles or Michael Jackson, right? They're not even around anymore and they're still bringing in residual income. And for me, leaving that legacy for my kids of something that can go well beyond my years here on earth for like them and for generation, it's something that like, I'm not a rock star. So the thought of being able to create that, something that's duplicatable, that can grow with or without my time and efforts into my retirement years, is, I'm willing to do the work, don't get me wrong, but is really, really exciting and something to definitely take a look at. And in your financial portfolio, it makes sense to have some area you're growing that can build you residual income into the future. So the growth is organic. We are paid very well. Just for coaching clients, we're paid in different buckets, but just for that, like that personal trainer supporting clients, right? That entry level, just coaching 6 clients, you're making about $400 monthly. That will pay for your, your program. And this month, in the month of February 2018, if you coach 6 clients, you would 5 clients actually, you would earn an extra $150 bonus on top of that. So if you had 5 people that were ready to get healthy, that's $550, you guys, this month. That's exciting. Coaching 9 clients is roughly around $900 monthly. 20 clients, $2,100 monthly. 20 clients is, gonna take you, a 5 to 7 hour work week. Can you squeeze that in and around what you currently do? Go ask your boss for a $2,100 raise a month, right? For a $25,000 raise a year. If they won't give it to you, we'll give it to you if you're willing to put in the work and help people and help us further our mission. So to get started, you guys, you just connect with the person that invited you and let them know, hey, I'm ready to get started. If nothing else, I'm ready to explore it more, right? We want to know what you want to create because we aren't your bosses. It's kind of cool. You get to come in, be your own boss, create, go back and like discover what your dreams are. You get to set the path of what you want to, create. We'll kind of give you the course and you get to decide how fast you want to run that, that course. To start as a coach, it's $199. There's no other hidden fees to being a coach. That gets you your website, access to our distribution center, like our nutrition support and all of our, Optavia's support team. It's a $99 renewal each year to keep your coaching license active. Our training is very hands-on, very apprentice style. So we really, really do value helping people have success and take those next steps. We have ongoing support and training as you grow. So the first step is really you're going to do health assessments with your coach. They're going to do these with and for you. Keep it really simple. Help you have success. We are going to show you hands-on how to help the people in your world. And you can start sharing on social media, connecting with people out and about. You're going to be surprised that there's so many people in your world that also want to get healthy alongside you. And we just want to keep it fun and simple. So what's your dream, you guys, tonight? Where do you want to create freedom? And if something piqued your interest, I hope you just send a message to the person that invited you and said, you know what, maybe I do want to explore it more. Maybe I just want to start with helping that one person that's been asking me at work, or those 2 people. Or maybe you just like really realize that like what I'm doing, I'm not fulfilled with purpose and passion, and I really want to go all out after, kind of a new dream desire. Whatever it is, we want to hear from you. We welcome you to our mission of what we have to do. We've got a big job to do. America is in a health epidemic, and we have got a way we can help reverse what's going on, not just epidemic health-wise, but epidemic financial-wise, and we want to be here to support you. So thank you for taking a look at what Optavia and all it has to offer. Thank you, Becca and Marcus and Prin and Amber, for sharing just a little piece of what this has done for you, your families, your lives, and all the thousands of people that you're paying it forward to. With that, you guys, thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful night.